The medical component, the medical considerations become extremely important, perhaps paramount to such a trip.
The moon has captivated the human imagination through the ages. Ever since man's first expedition, it has been at the center of curiosity, with astronauts and lunar researchers eager to hear discoveries that never reach the public ear. In this exploration, we delve into the shadowy recesses of lunar mysteries, unearthing chilling revelations that have been kept from the public eye by the powers that be. Prepare to embark on a journey that ventures beyond the familiar narratives, into a realm where the line between science and the unknown blurs. From the mysterious castle structure, vanished from NASA's archives, to the Apollo 12's bizarre encounter with a color-shifting, pyramid-shaped anomaly, we bring to light the moon's most closely guarded secrets. The moon has always been a source of wonder and mystery, and both the people who have traveled to it and have worked on lunar exploration projects know that there are dark secrets, never to see the light of day. Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, said, "If I were to go forward and talk about what actually happened, my wife, my children, and my grandchildren would all be killed." This alarming statement suggests a veil of secrecy surrounding lunar expeditions and hints at the potential dangers faced by those who dare to reveal too much. You can't help but wonder, what truths about our lunar neighbor are so monumental, so earth-shattering, that they warrant such extreme measures of silence? The mere thought that a figure as iconic as Armstrong felt threatened to keep silent about his lunar experience suggests that we are merely scratching the surface of a much larger, more complex cosmic narrative. The implications of his statement are vast and deeply unsettling. This is a 1996 press briefing by NASA, largely forgotten by the public. During this briefing, scientists discussed the discovery of man-made structures and objects on the moon's surface. The conversation, however, was marked by a notable cautiousness, with the participants hesitating to provide clear details, particularly regarding a UFO. Why the hesitation? Why the evasiveness? It suggests that there's much more to the lunar surface than the barren, lifeless landscape we've been sold. Man-made structures and objects on the moon? The mere mention of these findings contradicts everything we've been told and opens up a Pandora's box of possibilities. Are we talking about remnants of ancient civilizations, evidence of alien visitations, or something even more extraordinary? And then there's the UFO. The way NASA officials skirted around this topic is particularly telling. It's almost as if they're acknowledging its existence without wanting to acknowledge it, a classic move in the world of classified information. This isn't just about what they found on the moon. It's about the lengths they'll go to keep the full story from reaching the public. Soviet photographic evidence. The Soviets possessed photographic evidence supporting the presence of alien activity on the moon. This not only underlines a long-standing international awareness of lunar anomalies, but also hints at a possible global consensus to keep such information under wraps. The idea that the Soviet Union, America's greatest competitor in space exploration, might have had evidence of extraterrestrial activity on the moon adds a whole new layer to the narrative. It was mentioned during the 1996 NASA briefing that the Soviet Union had photographic materials that proved such extraordinary activities on the moon. This raises several tantalizing questions. What did these photographs show? Why were they not released to the public? And perhaps most importantly, what was the nature of the activity they purportedly depicted? The Soviet photos showed man-made objects on the moon, which could potentially include structures or artifacts that do not align with our understanding of natural lunar formations. The reference to these objects being man-made is particularly significant, as it implies a level of sophistication and purpose that natural occurrences do not possess. Could these objects be remnants of past lunar expeditions, alien technology, or something even more profound? Furthermore, the mention of thousands of photo and video materials from Apollo missions and the Clementine space station, which apparently showed clear evidence of these anomalies, only intensifies the situation. The fact that these materials were not widely disseminated or discussed in the public domain is a glaring omission, one that fuels speculation about a coordinated effort to conceal the full extent of what has been discovered on the moon. The Apollo missions, hailed as a crowning achievement of human exploration, may have unveiled secrets beyond our wildest imaginations. These historic voyages yielded more than just footprints and flag placements. They uncovered evidence of phenomena that challenge our understanding of the moon. the astronauts described a peculiar structure they encountered. In the upper part of Rima Hadley, not far from where Apollo 15 had landed, a construction surrounded by a tall, D-shaped wall was discovered. This description paints a vivid picture of a sophisticated, non-natural structure on the lunar surface, radically different from the barren, rocky landscape we've been shown. Thousands of photo and video materials from the Apollos and the Clementine space station showed many parts on the lunar surface where this activity and its traces were perfectly evident. This assertion suggests a significant amount of visual data supporting the presence of unusual lunar features, begging the question, why has this evidence not been publicly acknowledged or explored further? Moreover, the video includes a remark that highlights the extraordinary nature of these findings. The video films and photos made by US astronauts during the Apollo program were demonstrated at the briefing. People were extremely surprised why the materials hadn't been presented to the public earlier. For those of us who have dedicated ourselves to uncovering hidden truths, these quotes are more than mere words. They are beacons guiding us towards a larger, unseen reality. They reinforce our resolve to delve deeper into the mysteries of the Apollo missions and what they might reveal about our cosmic neighborhood. The notion that astronauts may have encountered ruins, domes, and other sophisticated structures on the moon is not just a fascinating possibility. It's a challenge to the established narrative, urging us to reconsider our place and history in this vast universe. Richard Hoagland, a prominent figure in the realm of alternative space theories, is a focal point in the video. His assertions about NASA's handling of lunar photographs are both bold and controversial. He claims NASA is still trying to alter photo materials before being published in public catalogs and files. They do some retouching or are partially refocusing them while copying. This accusation suggests a deliberate effort to obscure certain details in lunar imagery before they reach the public eye. Hoagland's theories extend beyond mere photo tampering. He speculates that the moon might have been a terminal station during their activity on the Earth, referring to extraterrestrial beings. This hypothesis is not just a standalone assertion. It is, as Hoagland argues, confirmed by the legends and myths of different nations of our planet. This connection to terrestrial folklore adds a layer of depth to his claims, suggesting a historical and cultural continuum linking human history with these alleged lunar phenomena. The video also sheds light on the nature of these alleged extraterrestrial activities. Hoagland points out that an extraterrestrial race had used the moon, alluding to a purpose that transcends mere visitation. This suggestion of the moon being a strategic location or outpost presents a radical shift in our understanding of lunar history and its role in the larger cosmos. Hoagland's criticisms of NASA's practices are a central theme in the video. He elaborates, some investigators, Hoagland is among them, suppose that photo materials are being altered. This statement reflects a deep-seated skepticism about the authenticity of publicly released space exploration data and fuels the debate over the transparency of space agencies. Mysterious lunar cities. One of the most captivating assertions made in the video revolves around the existence of structures on the moon that strikingly resemble human-made cities. These include formations such as pyramids and other geometrically precise structures. This extraordinary claim suggests that what we see in some NASA photographs are not mere tricks of light or natural lunar formations, but rather indications of a previous, possibly extraterrestrial, presence on the moon. The notion of lunar cities is a radical departure from the conventional scientific understanding of the moon. The video discussed these findings, noting the ruins of lunar cities stretch for many kilometers. Huge domes on massive basements, numerous tunnels, and other constructions caused scientists to reconsider their opinions concerning the moon. This description paints a picture of a complex and sophisticated lunar landscape, far removed from the barren and desolate terrain we're familiar with. These structures challenge not only our understanding of the moon's geology but also our grasp of its history. The presence of concentric hexahedral excavations and the tunnel entry on the terrace side, as mentioned in the video, cannot easily be explained through natural processes. Instead, they suggest a level of architectural planning and design that implies intelligence and purpose. Moreover, the video highlights specific areas of interest, such as the transparent dome raised above the crater edge discovered near the crater Copernicus. This description of a glowing dome, unusual in its structure and luminosity, adds to the mystery of these lunar anomalies. It raises questions about the technology and capabilities of the civilization that might have constructed these edifices. The concept of enigmatic lunar cities forces us to confront the possibility that our understanding of celestial bodies, particularly the moon, is incomplete. It opens the door to a myriad of questions. Who built these structures? What purpose did they serve? And, most importantly, what does their existence mean for the history of human civilization and our place in the cosmos? The Apollo 12 enigma. The Apollo 12 mission, often overshadowed by the historic first moon landing of Apollo 11, holds its own mystery that is equally, if not more, intriguing. According to the claims made in the video, the astronauts of Apollo 12 encountered something extraordinary and inexplicable during their lunar mission. They reportedly came across a semi-transparent, pyramid-shaped object that was hovering just above the lunar surface, an anomaly that defies conventional explanation. This object was not just a static, unremarkable feature. It was described as displaying a spectrum of colors, suggesting an otherworldly quality with its shimmering, iridescent appearance. This description alone sets it apart from anything else recorded in lunar exploration history. The presence of such an object on the moon, exhibiting characteristics that seem to defy natural laws, inevitably raises a host of questions. The Apollo 12 enigma is significant for several reasons. Firstly, it was observed by trained astronauts, lending a degree of credibility to the sighting that might be lacking in other reports of unexplained phenomena. Secondly, the detailed description of the object, its semi-transparency, pyramidal shape, and the display of colors, paints a picture that is hard to dismiss as a mere optical illusion or a trick of light. If this sighting is validated, it could stand as a profound piece of evidence suggesting non-human activity on the moon. It would imply not just the presence of unexplained phenomena, but also hint at the possibility of intelligent design or intent behind these structures or objects. For those of us who have always looked to the stars and wondered about the existence of other intelligent life, this claim about the Apollo 12 mission is a tantalizing piece of the puzzle. The implications of such a discovery are vast. It challenges our understanding of our place in the universe and invites us to reconsider what we know about our closest celestial neighbor. The Apollo 12 enigma is not just a story of a strange sighting. It's a reminder of the vast and unexplored mysteries that lie beyond our Earth, waiting to be uncovered. For every question it raises, countless others loom on the horizon, fueling our curiosity and our desire to explore the unknown. The mystery of the castle. In the realm of lunar mysteries, few are as compelling as the case of the castle, a term coined to describe an enigmatic object photographed by the Apollo 10 mission. This segment of the video delves into the curious tale of this large, complex structure, which has become a focal point for speculation and intrigue within the space research community. The castle was not just any lunar feature. It was distinguished by its distinct shadow on the lunar surface, indicative of its substantial size and three-dimensional form. The descriptions of the object suggest an architectural complexity that stands in stark contrast to the natural lunar landscape. This oddity raises immediate questions about its origin and purpose. However, the intrigue surrounding the castle deepens with the revelation that the images capturing this structure mysteriously vanished from NASA's archives. The disappearance of such potentially groundbreaking photographic evidence is more than just a loss. It's a catalyst for speculation about the motivations behind the handling of lunar exploration data. Why would images of such a remarkable lunar feature be removed from public access? What does their absence imply about the nature of what was found? The case of the castle fuels ongoing debate about NASA's transparency and the true extent of our understanding of lunar phenomena. For those of us who tirelessly seek the truth behind the veil of official narratives, this incident represents a glaring inconsistency in the story of lunar exploration. It suggests that there might be layers of knowledge about our moon, and possibly our entire solar system, that remain undisclosed, locked away from public scrutiny. The mystery of the castle is more than just an unresolved anomaly. It's a symbol of the unknowns that persist in space exploration. It serves as a reminder that, despite our technological advancements and achievements in space travel, there are aspects of our universe that remain shrouded in secrecy. For every answer we find, new questions emerge, fueling our innate human desire to explore and understand the mysteries of the cosmos. The revelations and theories in the video really make you think about the moon, space travel, and whether there really is life out there in space. Even though a lot of this stuff is kept secret, it definitely makes you curious and wish that space exploration was more open with what they find. As we wrap up our dive into these moon mysteries, it's clear that these aren't just wild stories. They're about our deep desire to know more about space and what's really out there. Looking up at the moon in the sky, we're reminded that there's so much we don't know yet. It pushes us to keep asking questions and to keep exploring, always looking for the full story. The moon isn't just a light in the night sky. It's a reminder that there are so many secrets out there waiting to be discovered. So, let's never stop wondering about the moon and all the mysteries it holds. Our journey to understand the universe has just begun, and there's so much more to learn and discover.